Hello. Today we are going to learn the chapter, biology chapter, that is how do organisms reproduce. That is the biology chapter. This is a very important chapter. How do organisms reproduce? So first topic is about reproduction. So what is reproduction? Reproduction is the biological process. Reproduction is the biological process in which organisms reproduce their young ones. Young one means new one, new generation. New generation is called reproduction. So reproduction is a biological process in which organisms reproduce their young one. So there are two types of reproduction. Reproduction can be classified into two types. That is, first one is sexual reproduction and the second one is asexual reproduction. Okay, first one is sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. What is sexual reproduction? In sexual reproduction, only two parents are involved. That is, one is father and other one is mother. Okay, in a reproduction there are two parents are involved, then it is called sexual reproduction. In a reproduction there are only a single parent is involved, then it is called asexual reproduction. So a biological process in which organisms reproduce their young one is called sexual reproduction. There are two types of reproduction such as sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. In sexual reproductions only two parents are involved, and in asexual reproduction one parent is involved. So we know about a cell. Suppose what is a cell? A cell is a structure that is present in our body, present in all the living organisms. Suppose this is a cell. A cell contains a nucleus, a center called a nucleus, and inside the nucleus there is a cytoplasm and a cell membrane. A group of cell is called tissues. A group of cell is called tissues. A group of tissues is called organs. So organs are present inside the bodies. So in a cell contain a nucleus. So inside a nucleus there is a numerous thread-like structures are present. These thread-like structures are called chromosomes. Okay. So what is chromosome? Chromosome is a thread-like structure present inside the nucleus. The structure of a chromosome is just like this one. This is the structure of a chromosome, just like X. Okay. So that is about chromosome. Then what do you know about DNA? What is the full form of DNA? DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. That is called DNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid is called DNA. DNA is also present inside the chromosome also. Okay. So there is a lot of variations present in sexual reproduction. So there is numerous variations present in sexual reproduction and a little amount of variations present in asexual reproduction. So first we have to study the asexual reproduction, then sexual reproduction in plants and human beings also. Okay. So for first asexual reproduction, the first one is fission. So we know that asexual reproduction is a type of reproduction in which only one parent is involved. So fission is a type of asexual reproduction in which an organism divides into many other. That is, only one parent is involved. So fission can be classified into two. That is, First one is binary fission and the second one is multiple fission. These are the two types of fission. So binary means two. A single organism divides into two. Then it is called binary fission. So what is multiple? This is also a single organism is divided into many other organisms. This is called multiple reproduction or multiple fission. Okay, these are the two types of fission. So for binary fission, the example is amoeba. So we know that amoeba is a microorganisms which contain only one cell. Amoeba has no fixed shape and structure. Suppose this is amoeba which contain only one cell. This is for undergo further division. Okay, just like this one, and this go just like this one. Okay, from here it is divided into two. It is cut into two to form two other such organisms. Okay, in which a single organism is divides into two other organisms. This is called binary fission. Okay, so for binary fission the example is amoeba. Then also another example for binary fission, that is Leishmania. Leishmania is also a microorganism which causes a disease called Kala Azar. So Kala Azar is a disease that is caused by Leishmania. Kala Azar means black fever. Kala Azar means black fever. Black fever. What is the meaning of black fever? So this is a type of fever in which the color of the skin will turn to black color, and also causes stomach ache and headache also. Okay, so the structure of Leishmania is just like this one. So this is a Leishmania which contain a single cell, so which contain a filament like structure. That is, this is a filament like structure. This is called a flagella. This structure is called a flagella. Okay, this Leishmania is divides into two. Okay, first one flagella is present. This one, then another flagella is also formed by just like this. Flagella is supports for the movement. Then the next step is, here is also a flagella. Here forms the also another flagella. This is cut by just like this method. Okay, just like that is a transversal cutting. Or that is a just like this one. Okay, so here from this part the Leishmania is cut into two another new organisms, in which a single organism is cut into two other organisms. This is also the example for a fission. Okay, also example for a multiple fission. Multiple fission. Multiple fission is a process in which a single organism is divided into many other organisms. Example for multiple fission is Plasmodium. Plasmodium is a microorganisms which is example for multiple fission. Suppose this is a structure of a Plasmodium which contain a cell. The cell is divided inside the body, okay, into many other parts. Then after completing this, after maturation, the cell wall, this is a cell wall, this is breaks down and each one is comes out. Okay, so in which a single organism is divides into many other organisms. So this process is called a multiple fission. Example, Plasmodium. Okay.